Hi. So this is a shorter yoga sequence that is geared for runners or cyclists post workout. So I literally just got back from about a 5 mile run. So I'm feeling really tight and I'm still sweaty. Like I literally just walked in the door, took my shoes off, and came into my studio here. So this is definitely geared for those of you who are just coming back from a workout, or if you're just feeling tight and you've got, especially your hamstrings or your glutes or your quads, we're going to focus on that in this shorter sequence. So let's get going right away. We are going to actually start in a runner's lunge with our right foot forward, left leg back. And we're going to add an easy twist here. So take your right arm up. Good. Now, if you are just coming back from a run or any sort of a workout, your heart rate might still be elevated. Mine definitely is. So just focus on slowing the breath, keeping your mouth open for your exhales will definitely help that. It's a cooling breath. We'll go ahead and bring that right arm down. Walk it out to a wide fold and just bring your forehead towards the floor or the ground if you're still outside. I'm going to go ahead and grab my ankles. Take a breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale. Bring your hands to the floor. Let's twist it out by taking the left palm down, right arm up. Take a breath in. Then slowly bring that right arm down. Switch to the other side. Inhale that left arm up. Another breath in. Exhale, bring that left arm down. Walk your hands back to the front of the mat, back to that low lunge. Walk your foot over to the right even more. Come to the outer edge of your right foot. I am going to keep my palms pressing down into the floor. If you would prefer, you can come down to your forearms. I'll probably work towards that. But we are going to stay here for several breaths and really get into that right outer hip. Your back knee, that left knee, can stay elevated, or if you'd prefer to bring it down and tuck your toes under so that the top of your foot is pressing down, that's there for you too. So, and there's all different variations of this, right? So your knee could be up, you could be down on one forearm or both forearms. So take some time here. Take a breath in and then exhale out. And you might find the longer that you're here, you start to find a little more ease in that right hip and you're able to come down to your forearms if you weren't already. Do drop your head though. A lot of us, when we're running or cycling, tend to hold a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders. So drop your head. Start to notice your heart rate already has started to slow. Take a breath in through your nose and a long exhale. Let's add a little quad stretch here. So come back up to your palms if you weren't already. Bring the sole of your right foot back down to the floor. Bend your left knee. See if you can catch that left foot and draw your heel in towards you. The more you draw it in, the more intense that quad stretch is going to be. So you are in charge of the intensity level here. Feel free to dial it up or dial it back. I'm going to look over my right shoulder and drop the right elbow down. Good. Release your back foot nice and slow. Start to straighten out your front knee. Tuck your left toes under and just sit your hips back towards your left heel for this half split. Fold over your right straight knee. And use your fingers, your palms, the entire hand for balance. Think about drawing your right hip back a little bit more. You could even rock a bit on your right heel so that your pinky toe is dropping a bit towards the side, towards the floor. That feels pretty intense in my body for sure. Begin to straighten out your front knee. Come into a standing split. Left leg goes up high. Lift that left leg up a little bit higher. And then bring that left leg down, but behind your right, and rise all the way up to stand. So your left ankle's crossed behind your right. Drop your right arm down your side. Take your left arm overhead for a side body stretch. Come back to the center and forward fold. Keep your legs crossed though, your ankles crossed. Or maybe it's more at your knee or your shins, but drop your head as much as you can. See if you can walk your right foot away from your left a little bit more and then roll onto the outer edge of your right foot, just like you were doing in that runner's lunge. And then bring the right foot back all the way down, pressing maybe a little more weight into your right arch. Uncross your legs, stay in your forward fold. Take your feet about hip width distance, take a ragdoll here, grab opposite elbows, and start to sway, taking one elbow forward and the other one back, and just add some movement into the low back. And release your hands down, step your right leg back. Take runner's lunge with your left foot forward. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in and a breath out. If it's okay on your neck, look up, but if that's too intense right now, then just bring your hand down to the floor, or bring your eyes down to the floor rather. Take that left hand down, walk your foot out towards the side of your mat. Come to the outer edge of your left foot here. Knowing that we'll be here for several breaths, choose what you want to do. If you want to stay up high on the palms or come down to your forearms, keeping the right knee lifted or bringing it down. Try and send your exhales into that left hip, like right into the hip crease. That place where your femur and your hip bone meet, or your hip socket, sorry, your hip socket meet. All right, let's add that twist and that quad stretch. So Bring the left foot all the way down, bend your right knee, catch your back foot, pull it in towards you. Ay, 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 ay. Look over your left shoulder, drop your left elbow down. Ah, feel that hip flexor, huh? Mine is talking to me, that's for sure. Ah. Take a breath in, exhale out. Release your back foot, come into that half split. As you straighten out the left knee, send your hips back toward the right heel. Option here too to just kind of rotate on your left heel so that you're dropping your left pinky toe towards the floor or whatever surface is beneath you right now. All right, come back to the center, come up into that standing split. Right leg will go up, drop your head towards your left leg, lift the right leg just a little higher, and then bring it behind your left leg, crossing your legs. Stay in a fold for a moment, and then slowly rise all the way up to stand. Left arm down by your side, right arm overhead, stretching your full right side body. Return to the center, fold all the way down, and begin to walk that left foot away from the right. And play with that placement of weight, either to the outer edge of that front foot or into the arch a little bit more. Very nice. Come to about a halfway lift, uncross your legs. Center your feet on the mat and let them be about hip width distance. Press your hands into your shins, straighten out your back, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, rise up from mountain pose. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Take a side body stretch. Come back to the center. Take it over to the left. Back to the center. Bring your hands to heart center. Figure four with your left ankle to your right knee. Now, if you have a block or water bottle or any other prop, you might want to use it. I'm going to actually use two here. If you have even like Tupperware or sturdy books, anything that just can help bring the floor up to you, because this is really more about stretching than balance right now. We want to get into the left glute as much as we can and that left hip. You could always even take that left hand to your left knee and just give it a little gentle pressure to open up even more. Come into standing split. So release the foot, hands to the floor, lift your left leg up high. Step your left foot back for pyramid pose. Both knees are straight. All 10 toes facing forward. If you need to bend your knees because you're super tight, that's okay. Go ahead and bend them, and after we're here for a few more breaths, you might find that you're able to more easily begin to straighten. But there's no like exact place you need to go. This is just your time now to try and find a little release in the backs of your legs. Keep your pyramid legs, but just elevate your right toes up as much as you can. Again, it's up to you how much intensity you want here. See about pointing and flexing the toes or just kind of moving them around, just finding space between each of the toes. Keep drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. And keep pressing into the right heel. Drop your head. Very nice. Bring your right foot down. Come into another prasarita. Take your legs nice and wide. If you have blocks or props, go ahead and grab them and put them at the back of your mat for right now. Stay in your wide forward fold for a moment. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat. Step your right foot forward a bit and come into pyramid on the side. Your left foot is in front, your right is in back. Take your time here. Eventually, you may want to lift those left toes, putting more pressure into your left heel, drawing your left hip back and right hip forward. Spread out your left toes. Breathe through all the sensation. I'm feeling it too. All right, start to bend into the front knee, maybe even use your blocks to come into standing split. Lift your right leg up. Very nice. See if you can take it all the way up into a one-legged Tadasana just for a moment, and then into our figure four. Right ankle to the left knee and sink into that. Use your props for balance. This time with the right hand, adding a little pressure to the right knee or inner thigh, just to open up a little bit more. Very nice. Release your foot to the floor, come into a chair pose just for a breath in, and then twist to the right for a breath out. Come back to the center, breathe in, twist to the left, breathe out. Come back to the center, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Step your right leg back behind you, come into another prasarita. And then walk your hands to the front of the mat. Step back for a high plank and hold it here. So having a strong core is important for everyone. It's particularly important too for those who run or bike to protect the low back. So let's hold this plank here with our strongest bodies. If there's another place that you want to go to feel even stronger in your plank, maybe lifting a leg one at a time, you can do that. We're going to stay here for just a few more breaths, and then we're going to add a little bit more to this plank. Keep drawing your navel in. Take your right knee to your right elbow and back. Left knee, left elbow and back. Keep moving from side to side. If you'd like to add a little more intensity, go for it and add in more like a mountain climber. You can keep them wide, or you can bring your knees in narrow. Just keep going, keep going. You got about 20 seconds. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to hold it at the top, top, hold it up here at the top of your plank. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And come down to your belly. Good, let's take Sphinx or seal pose. So Sphinx, come onto your forearms. Press your navel down towards the floor. Lift your heart and chest. If you want more, then straighten out your elbows. Probably take your arms out a little bit wider too. Keep pressing your navel down towards the floor or your mat. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in. Lower all the way down to your belly. Breathe it out. Extend your left arm forward. Bend your right knee. Catch your right foot. We're going to go up for half bow. So as you inhale, lift everything up off your mat. If it feels better to keep your left foot down, you can do that. I prefer to lift my left leg up. You do what works for you here. Breathe in and out. Inhale and come all the way back down. Let's switch to the other side. Right arm reaches forward. Bend your left knee, catch that foot. Come on up on an inhale and stay for your exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. One more in and all the way down. All right, let's take full bow. Bend both of your knees, catch both of your feet. On your inhale, lift it up. Get as high as you can. Bring your shoulder blades towards each other. Lift it up, lift and lift, lift. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Take your right cheek to the mat, tee out your arms. And then roll onto your right side. Bend your left knee, if that feels good for you. I like that. But if you want to keep your left leg straight, that's okay too. I feel like I get a little more deeply into my right shoulder and even my left hip when I bend my knee. So you do what works for you. Keep your right palm pressing down. Keep your left palm pressing down. And let's come back to the center. Just kind of reset for a moment. And then take your left chin to the mat, or left cheek to the mat. Goodness. And then roll onto your left side body. Here I'm gonna bend my right knee. This time I have my right foot behind my straight leg. I think on the other side I had it in front. So it just all kind of depends on what's going on with our bodies, right? And one side is always different, tighter than the other. This side is definitely tighter for me. Come back to your belly and press into a child's pose. And then come up to a seat for butterfly pose. Take the bottoms of your feet together. Clasp your fingers at your toes, or maybe you just want to hold on to your ankles. That feels nice too. Take a breath in and round as you come forward and exhale. Drop your head. Slowly rise up. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Inhale your arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Try to keep walking your chest, your heart forward, like closer to your knees. And keep sending your hips back and down into the floor. Sits bones stay really connected with the surface beneath you. And if you like to take your hands to your toes or to the bottoms of your feet to give yourself an extra stretch or even a little massage, that feels great. Rise back up. Bring your left leg back behind you. Take your right shin forward. You can either do exactly what I'm doing right here, just half pigeon, or if you'd rather not keep the back leg straight, you can bend it for deer pose. And I'm demonstrating deer right now. Both knees are bent. And you're just come forward, bring that forehead down to the floor. You can even walk your arms over towards the right for a little more side body stretch. So see what works here for you. Slowly press down into the floor so you can lift all the way back up. And switch sides. Bring that left shin forward. The right leg goes back behind you, either bent for deer or straight back for half pigeon. And then bring your forehead down. Rise back up nice and slow. Bring the back leg around. Bend your knees. Keep your feet pretty wide. And just drop your right knee in toward the mat and the left knee out. Hold it here. And then switch. Left knee drops in, right knee drops out. Come back to the center. We're going to do that same thing, but laying down on our backs. So drop the right knee in, left knee out, but take your left foot, the bottom foot, and place it on top of the right knee or the outside of the knee. Tee out your arms and look to the right. If that's too much, then just take a regular supine twist with both of your knees bent, dropping them over towards the left. Come back through the center, release that foot from your knee or ankle, and switch to the other side. Taking the right foot to the outside of the left knee or thigh. Let your eyes look over to the left. Soften your hips as much as you're able to. Slowly make your way back to the center. Draw your knees in nice and tight. Lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. Wrap your forearms around the fronts of your shins. Draw your knees in towards your forehead. Take a breath in. Stay here, exhale. Another breath in. And another breath out as you come all the way flat on your back for corpse pose or shavasana. We'll only stay here for a few breaths. If, though, you would prefer to have a longer shavasana, absolutely take it. Feel a softness and a release in your face, in your shoulders, and your back. Your belly is soft, and your hips are relaxed. Your legs are heavy. Lift your right leg just slightly and circle your ankle around. Make sure you get both directions. Bring your right foot back down, lift your left leg, circle the ankle. Both directions. Circle your wrists. And bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself one more big squeeze. And roll yourself all the way up to a seat. Come to an easy seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Namaste. All right, friends. Hope you feel great after that post-workout stretch, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.